In this episode of a mobile home makeover, I install another moonlight, test the heat, finish the bathroom fan project, and clean up a shower. Breakfast time. Task for number one for today. So I'm installing the last of the Toloya moonlights here in the master bedroom, and because it's a dimmer switch, I'm going to turn off power at the box. What will it be? That one. I'm gonna take the tape down, undo the electrical. I borrowed an electrical test so I can actually test to see whether this is live or not. Nothing. That's good. Got it wired up. Now I tuck the wires up in here. I learned a trick, which is stuff the wires up, then put this little cover up, which is the opposite of what they say to do in the directions, but it makes your life a lot easier. Now remember to switch this to warm. Lift it up, make sure the wire gets tucked in nicely, get it seated. Give it a turn clockwise. And it is on. Now let's turn the power back on. And it is on. This one is on a dimmer, so let's see how it dims. Not the best. You got a choice. You got fully bright or blinking. I'm guessing that the issue is we don't have the right kind of dimmer here, that we need to have some kind of a compatible dimmer. Well, this information panel, which had been on the inside of the electricity door, didn't survive getting the tape pulled off too well. It's become a little bit more of a mystery, and it's upside down. It's time to put this one, which had been the kitchen cabinet door and has another information placard on it. It's time to put that up in the bedroom. This was a kitchen cabinet, but it became this. But I opted to switch out the nicer cabinet door, which was right here in perfect condition. I opted to switch it out with this one, which was pretty beat up. I patched this up as good as I could, but hopefully, no. Well, the basic information at least is pretty intact on this one. I see my paint could be used a little to be desired, but overall blends in pretty good. Since it's been so cold the past couple nights, I've been thinking about getting the thermostat going and seeing if the heat works. I don't remember everything about this process. I saved some screws and I've got this guy taped together. I remember there was like some crazy Mercury in here. I'm guessing that these first two screws hold this guy to the wall. Well, these two holes here seem to line up with screw holes in the wall, so I'm tightening this down. It was sitting a little awkwardly off the wall when it only had the two screws in the top, so I opted to add these two down here. A decision I may regret when Deb says, "Oh, this is old and ugly, why don't we get one of these new Nest thermostats?" And screw the funky one to the front of that. While I wash this thing up, and you know, if we were to be flipping this place and staging it mid-century, this would be a good mid-century accent piece. As it is, it's a little bit of a mid-century time machine. It's like, is it from the 80s, the 70s, the 60s, the 50s? Oh, it's from 1976. So I'm getting some ideas for the front. So I'm thinking we're going to be salvaging some wood from our back deck. Also, the in-laws are taking down a stockade on their property, and they have a really great pole that might make a good support pole right here. Rather than getting rid of this kind of deck out here, which has got a little bit of weird spacing and everything, but has a lot of character, thinking we'll extend it here. Here in this hutch, I'm wondering whether we can get some of that deck wood milled down or if we can find some smaller barn wood. Anyway, I'm thinking covering this, covering over this countertop. So here it is in action. You, you crank the dial to whatever decade you want to head to, and maybe something happens. It's on auto and on M heat. Emergency heat. I guess I should try putting it on heat. I heard a noise in the heater area. I guess that's good. And if I turn this on, oh, that's the fan. I definitely hear something. I noticed there are two sliders here. That one produces a further noise in there. I'm guessing that might be the one with the heat. So I'm gonna go see if there's heat coming out. And there's definitely air coming out of here. I can see the dust blowing around. And it does feel to be warm air even. Here at this end of the house, there's definitely air coming out of here. Let's go see whether that's true in the back bedroom. In the back bedroom, it seems to be blowing just fine. Every duct I've checked so far has been pretty good. Yep, working. So much blue tape. Well, an interesting observation. I've been having the fan blowing without the heat going for a while now, and the smell seems to have gone away, so I guess the smell has something to do with the heater. Oh, much tape. I picked up a couple pieces over at the in-laws yesterday, and now it's time to attempt the fan cover. Looking through my electrical box, I found just the right thing. I've got that snugged up out of the way. Here we go. Fans on its own. Light comes on. Yeah, it's not a bad updated look on the old fan. So much tape. I'm going to do the same thing over here, except I'm not going to put the cover on, and I'm going to start by cleaning up. Indeed, we have the same situation as the other one, where the light and the fan are on two different switches. So I'm just going to string this up. Today's lunch, hummus and avocado on a bagel. Next task is unclogging this spray tip nozzle. I've had it sitting in mineral spirits. I read some directions. They said take one of these sandwich ties, take the wire end of it. I previously attempted this with a safety pin to no avail. They said poke around in here. So I soaked and I poked to no avail. Still not going, so I'm gonna borrow the nozzle off this guy. Well, that got very messy, but I think I got this painted. Grabbing some plums for happy hour. run across one of Bill's favorite spots, and there's a golf ball, which I'm going to compete against the Super Ball in the Where Is This Slope Challenge. 2 contestants. And mine are rolled. Okay, give them a little shove. And well, the Super Ball seems to be working much harder than the golf ball to find low spot, but I think a marble would be better than either. Well, here it is after a basic little scrub down. While we're at it, I noticed that some of the caulking down here is a little grody, so I'm gonna clean this up and re-caulk it. You know, I'm cranking away at this caulking right here, and I'm getting it out. It's ugly, and I realize, you know, this is a door frame that for a door that doesn't exist anymore. Might be easier to just caulk up whatever screw holes there are for this door frame and remove it. So I figure the screws, you know, are probably hidden by this strip right here. Look up at the top, there's nothing up there. So I just decided to lift it up, and I lift it up and I see in here it's riveted. So I'm not removing it. All right, I think I'm gonna leave this here until I get a little more badass of a cleanser. Off to happy hour at the in-laws, meeting a few local luminaries, the brewery owners, and former general manager of the ski area. Well, that was nice. Got a little local background, a lot of name dropping. Fun. Cyclists. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. And see you next time.